And if you have a flight on Wednesday, you may want to keep an eye on things like delays, because not only are we talking about rain, but we're talking about wind to a first alert weather day on Wednesday. This will bring some brighter but cooler weather by the end of the week, colder weather, really. And then as we get into the end of the weekend, perhaps a few more showers. Right now, our front is currently across the Great Lakes, stretching down through the Mississippi Valley and into Texas. And this is the front that will be on the approach starting tomorrow morning. As our storm system that brought the rain today departs, we have our front making its way into parts of, say, western New York, and along it an area of low pressure will develop, and this will help to enhance rainfall rates. So starting tomorrow evening, we see some showers. Steady rain develops tomorrow night, and your first alert to a wet morning commute on Wednesday. Rain could be heavy at times, and then as we get into the afternoon, the front itself crosses. With it, perhaps some rumbles of thunder. We could really hear some thunder and see some lightning on Wednesday afternoon. Gusts 30 to 45 miles an hour across most of the state out of the south, even stronger in southeastern Connecticut. And then the front finally clears Connecticut, clearing things up, say, by 11 o'clock Wednesday night. Definitely drier by Thursday morning. 2 to 3 inches of rain expected across the state, perhaps some locally higher amounts. And then it's the wind that we discussed, too. This is the biggest change over the course of the weekend. If you caught us over the weekend, you'll know we said that some of the strongest gusts could have been to our east. Well, that is all backed up a bit to the west, which is why Connecticut could see stronger wind gusts. And again, southeastern Connecticut is where we're really expecting those gusts to ramp up. Inland gusts, say 40 to 45 miles an hour throughout the afternoon and evening hours on Wednesday. But check out the shoreline numbers here. It gets windy even earlier in the day, and then we see gusts up near 50 miles an hour throughout the afternoon and evening. The strongest will be along the shoreline in New London and Middlesex counties. With today's rain, we have a deficit for the year of just over 1.75 inches. That will likely get knocked out entirely on Wednesday. Here's our ICAM view of New Haven. In the distance, we could see a bit of that low-level moisture, a bit of fog. 44 degrees right now. Our ICAM view in Windsor Locks looking all right. It's 42. But it's the northerly winds that are helping to drain some cooler air from the north into Connecticut, which could lead to just a couple of isolated slick spots developing in northern Connecticut tonight. Fog certainly going to be an issue, too, as temperatures drop through the 40s and eventually settle in the 30s. The chilliest spots, northeastern, northwestern Connecticut, closest to freezing. 37 tonight in Hartford. We're going, say, around 40 degrees in Bridgeport, 39 in New Haven. Jackets necessary at the bus stop tomorrow. We'll start to see shoreline communities warm up a bit more quickly than those inland. By the ride home, 42 inland, 47 along the shoreline. Staying dry tomorrow, just mostly cloudy. Temperatures just keep on climbing as our wind becomes southerly, waking up to temperatures 55 to 60 by Wednesday morning. We could see just a little bit of cold air get trapped in the Connecticut River Valley Wednesday morning, so perhaps a bit of a big discrepancy there depending on where you are in Hartford County. But everybody makes it back up into the 60s by Wednesday afternoon. The Hartford area record 64. We're forecasting 63. Bridgeport record 65. We're forecasting 61. Perhaps a lingering shower Thursday. Will be windy on Thursday too. Likely seeing gusts around 30. Not quite to the extent of the wind that we'll see on Wednesday. Friday, mid and upper 30s, brighter, full sunshine Saturday around 40 degrees. Showers returning later Sunday and last into Monday. And so far this month, we've seen 3.3 inches of snow, which is actually about where we typically would be. We average around 10 inches in the month of December. We're about a third of the month of the way through, so running pretty close to what you might expect for December. However, Aaron, over the next week, we certainly don't see any signals for any wintry weather like that. Our focus is really going to be with the unseasonably warm weather, the wind, and the rain on Wednesday.